Hey guys, welcome to Sippin' and Spillin' with Sid from 3 Mississippi. I hope you are enjoying the day. I hope you're having a good day. It was beautiful here today. Quite the contradiction from this last week's weather for a lot of the South. Those tornadoes just would not stop. I know a lot of folks in Oklahoma near the Sulphur area were really devastated by them. And there's a lot of YouTube channels that live in that area that either got hit by them to some degree or are trying to help, or both, with the cleanup and repairs and getting people back in order. Sherman Family Farms, they got hit kind of hard. They're all okay, but they lost their greenhouse and a lot of their animals, and it's devastating. I can't imagine. I mean, it is, one of those things when you move to the South that you unfortunately sign up for, the possibility of that. And it's just tricky. It's not something that anybody ever wants or hopes for, to hit your neighborhood or to hit your house, because they can just be so devastating. And growing up in an area where we just had to really worry about earthquakes, and those were, like, to us, no big deal. Because they don't generally, unless it's like the big one, which never really happens, you do all the drills and they scare you about them when you're a kid, but when you live through a few of them, you're like, oh, it's really no big deal, you know. And so most people don't really freak out about them anymore. But tornadoes are very much a scary thing. The warnings are scary. The the damage that they can do is scary. The fact that one house right here can be fine, but the next house over can be demolished. It's just very capricious with how it how it hits. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. If it hits you, it hits you. You know. And luckily, with the forecasting that we have now, they're able to, like, warn people that, hey, you're in an area where it could happen. Seek shelter. Whereas I can't imagine, 100 years ago, when they didn't have that, and they didn't have shelters that you could really get in. I mean, how scary, you know. So keep a good thought. Say a lot of prayers for those people if you're near that area and are able to help. It's like last year when we had that really bad tornado that came through to our neighboring town in Amory. We helped out, and you guys helped out. You donated a lot of money one night to help us get hygiene kits out, and there's just a lot that you don't think about when you don't have anything, like when you have to start from ground zero. And so, find out if that's something that's on your heart to do. Find out how you can help, especially if you're in the Oklahoma area, that if that is something personal to you, because there's scary things. That's the one thing that I was hesitant about moving to the South because of. It wasn't the bugs. I mean, that wasn't exactly a drawing factor, but and the snakes and all of that. It was the tornadoes that were like, I was like, oh, it really makes me nervous to move into an area where there's tornadoes, because they're scary, and they're powerful, and you just don't know. So keeping those that were in the path, people like Sherman Family Farms, keeping them in our prayers and hoping that they're able to find some of their animals maybe that went missing that night, and maybe find some of their items that got scattered. I know some, like I said, their greenhouse got destroyed, and if their roof got ruined, they have to redo their roof on their home, but their home is still standing. But these are all things that are, an expense and a setback. So it's unfortunate. So again, just, you know, keep those people that have been affected by it in your prayers. And like I said, if it's on you to help out, whether it's monetarily or with boots on the ground, if you're, you know, able to volunteer with any community outreach things that are going to be helping in that area, I mean, look it up and do so for sure. You know, that's what we did out here with the Amory one. You know, you got to help your neighbors. You know, you got to. So anyway, I was kind of out of the loop with all of that because I knew that there had been some, you know, bad storms and stuff, but I didn't realize that they had been that bad because I hadn't been on social media or watched the news in a couple of days. I was in the Bat Cave working and doing some stuff out here and just wasn't in the know when it came to all of that. But yeah, it's, hi Beulah May. Are you having your evening oats? Are you having your evening oats, Mama? Yeah, just a sweet Mama. So anyway, Beulah loves her evening oats. Frankie just brought them out to her. You probably saw her behind me doing that. We're actually starting I don't even know what to call it. To be honest, we're headed there tonight. The pastor's wife, she's done this at other churches that they've been at before, where they do, it's kind of like a combination of a little bit of sign language, some dance, but it's a worship thing. It's praise songs and worship songs, and she wanted to put that together. And of course, she knows that I have a dance background, so she hit me up first. And so I, of course, roped Frankie in and one of her friends, although I don't know if her friend is going to come tonight or not. We'll see. But to get that, I guess, kind of rolling. So tonight's our first practice. So, and my hip is a little bit out. My lower back and hip are not real happy. I have not been able to make it to the chiropractor. And then I picked up Frankie from Color Guard today, and she informed me that her phone just in the middle of the day just died, went kaput. The screen went dark, and a couple weeks ago it was acting up, and I had to call Verizon, and basically her SIM card had gone bad, and I had to like remove her SIM card out of the phone, and now it's operating without that. But then now it's just not working. Now it's not operating. So I'm gonna have to call Verizon and see what they say. If they, I think it's something physical wrong with the phone. So I don't know. I may have to drive into the big city tomorrow and see if I can't get it fixed or replaced or whatever. And I have no idea, you know, we've not been with Verizon before. I know what the deal would be if it was T-Mobile. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little nervous that they're going to be like, it's $7,000 or whatever. I know it won't be that much, but you know what I mean. So we'll see. I'm hoping they can maybe just send a magic beam to it over the phone like they did last time and make it work. Here's hoping. But yeah. So there it is, guys. That's what my evening is looking like. And the rest of this week, I know Mike's planning on having the gravel delivered on Monday. We're not supposed to have any more rain for the next little while, so hopefully we'll get all that gravel done. And he's due to mow again. We had a little bit of rain, a couple nice days. He literally just mowed, and it looks like this again. So, but that's this time of year. It always needs mowed. Like if you mowed the one day, it's the next day you got to mow it again. That's just how fast it grows. So it is what it is. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you. You know, if you get a chance, pop over to Sherman Family and show them some love, and you know, maybe watch a couple of their videos. That's one way you can help them too. So I appreciate you guys. As always, stay blessed and safety's off.